Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to the Spicy Ramen Podcast. Sit back, relax, and prepare to serve.
Welcome to the Spicy Ramen Podcast. This is your host, J Love. I'm here with my nearest and dearest friends, Shaq and JP.
Oh, so he the host.
Yes.
He the host. He just here.
Host, CEO, CFO.
Nah, I see where you going with this. He Beyonce.
Hey, he just Beyonce'd us. He said, here we are with the host. Oh, I thought it was co-host.
Damn! I thought this was a group effort.
I got my guests here with me, JP and Shaq.
I can't believe you right
He said,
now.
I got my guests with me. Well, if that's the case, I'm not going to be on for the next few months.
See how they do me?
How we do you? What the fuck you just did? What the fuck you just did?
Hey, look, fine.
Okay,
if that's the case, then Shaq, let's pull all our stuff out of the Instagram.
Right. Man, let me go ahead and call Ozzy Oz and tell him to cancel his artwork, man. Go ahead and delete that One Piece artwork. Just keep me and JP's.
See the betrayal. You see the betrayal. I try to just support. I try to bring the pod to a new level, and they be trying.
What? Alright, bet.
Oh, did you see that Blurred Over mentioned us in their bio?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Blurred Over, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to Blurred Over. Shout out to everybody who has been retweeting, following us, and trying to get in touch with us. We appreciate it. We have another person that I forgot to even add on our shit. They even subscribed to us. I don't know if we...
See, you gotta have this stuff prepared, man.
Oh, no. This is getting deleted. This has nothing... No. Because they were... they were in that long post that black anime nerds did.
Oh, yeah, that. Okay.
And...
Right.
They had followed us and said that they wanted to do a collab.
Okay. Right.
But I never actually reached out.
Damn.
But anyways, continuing on. Today's episode, we're going to be doing something that we've been talking about for months now. We are doing anime games that have come out already and things that we suggest to play, look up, and the people behind them, and what we feel as though could be improvements, what was just a masterpiece, and things that was, kind of trash, but we enjoyed them. But before doing all that, we got to start it off right. How is y'all minds? What's been going on with y'all? How's the week been?
Been good, man. Watching anime still. I just finished that anime I was talking about last episode, Cells at Work. And for those that maybe didn't listen to the last episodes, it's just I would almost call it an Osmosis Jones mixed in with Magic School Bus, a little bit of Dr. Stone elements, and some Rick and Morty violence. Just everyday stuff going on inside the body, but then they give it like a big city feel to make it a little bit more adaptable and easier to understand than just actual human body stuff, because it actually gets kind of difficult with like the circulatory system and all that. But yeah, it's a dope anime. Check it out. And I'm still watching Soul Eater and playing a lot of video games. What about you, Shaq?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Same old stuff. Working from home, working out from home as well, and all that good stuff. Doing stuff and things and stuff. I know. Shit. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Something popped up on my laptop. Yeah. So I know stuff's still going on social media wise. Everyone's still kind of like sharing out their stuff and content and everything. Appreciate everybody who's been giving us a shout out. I know last time we checked the Instagram, man, it's been blowing up with likes You know what I'm saying? For those who are listening to us and follow us on all social media sites, make sure you're sharing us, because I know we get a lot of likes on both Facebook and Instagram, but we're not getting the same number for listeners. So we gotta try to spread the love out, man. Spread out these episodes. You know what I'm saying? Share your favorite episodes with everybody and everything. And we greatly appreciate everybody who's been along for the ride with us with these last couple episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, we do appreciate that.
And
I'm trying to get these numbers, man.
trying, working hard. And I think one big thing for me, I just want to say I appreciate everyone who has reached out about my application. I did not get, as I know a few months ago I talked about how I did not get into I didn't win, but I came in like the top 5. That application is getting built out, and we actually have somebody who wants to sponsor us. So that hopefully, God willing, knocking on wood, as I say this, can be something that you see, just like you see Postmates, soon to come. But that's what's been really my focus on this week, is trying to get done with college and get this shit over with. I hate it. If anybody looking for some extra cash, let me know. I ain't saying that y'all gonna do my homework. I'm just saying that y'all can get some homework done. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me. And, honestly, just getting right into the anime, or getting into the episode. The first one I want to bring up, and I know this is kind of like the, bringing ribs to a cookout type thing, but Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 by far is the number one game for me. I don't know for everybody else, but anime wise, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2, just to be specific as to which game it is, because Dragon Ball Z has millions of them, but that was my game.
I'm actually surprised it wasn't Budokai 3.
Yeah, like me. I liked all the Budokai series as a whole, but I know for me, Budokai 3, because I guess because it had more characters and everything added on to it.
Nah, I maybe it's only because I played 2 more than I played 3. And that's it. Like, it honestly had, like you said, the better roster. It had, I think the camera angles are better, but Budokai 2, I played way more. So, okay. I just had to give it its credit due. What about you, JP? What was yours?
My top? Okay. This is going to sound weird. I have 2 tops, and this is what I mean. It's like, I have one that is more fun to play, and one of my favorites, and then just one of my favorites, like what kind of got me started with fighting games and having a big interest in martial arts. So the most fun for me is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. That was one of my favorite games. The combos, the special combos, all those things are fun. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone who at least watches anime has seen people post just like the special combos or finishing moves on Instagram and stuff. And then
right.
The big classic for me is King of Fighters 99. And that one, I think King of Fighters 99 was, there was like a special edition, if I'm not mistaken. It had a lot of characters in it. And then I think, I forgot the guy's name. He was on the cover of it. K. I think they introduced K. He was a new character in the game. Yeah. His first appearance was in King of Fighters 99. And he was kind of like I don't want to get into too much detail about it, but that game was one of the best. And I remember that was one of the first fighting games where I almost cried because I would piece up the boss and then he would hit me with like 2 moves and my life bar would just go all the way down. And I remember one morning playing that and like I almost had a meltdown just because I was getting so frustrated. It's like that, that one video of the meme where the kid is playing the video game and he's like crying and like breathing all hard. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
So those two games, those are classics for me. What about you, Shaq?
I would say anime game wise, I would have to say it's between. Well, not even that. I would say it had to be the Naruto Ultimate Ninja series, right? Like before Ninja Storm came about, Ultimate Ninja series. It was kind of like I guess it was kind of like the best to explain it. It was kind of like Naruto, but with like that Super Mario. Well, not Super Mario, but Smash Brothers kind of feel with it. Like it was a platform fighting type, where like you can go up and down the board or whatever. It wasn't necessarily knocking people out the board, but like, you know what I'm saying, you're fighting each other. It still had the 2D. It was like a mix of a 2D fighter, but with like Smash Brother-esque elements into it. You know what I'm saying? Because like as you're playing on the board, you know, there's like items that can pop up that you can use and stuff like that. Like, oh, if you accidentally knock over this lamp, you get a paper bomb and you can use it real quick on your opponent or whatever. And like, I forget which one. It might have been like 2 or 3 with like more than 2 characters. Like you can have up to 4 people on the playing at once and stuff like that. So it just went to a whole free for all or whatever. But it was a little, it was like a nice little, it was a dope little Naruto fighting game before it really jumped into the Ninja Storm series and got more serious and competitive and whatnot. And it just became like a dope little anime style party game for a little while on the PlayStation 2. And then I would say also Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, kind of for the same thing. It was a fun little 2D 3-ish fighting game. Something like you can have a whole bunch of people on. I think 3 was the one that had like the tournament style thing on part on it, where like you can have so many people on like a little tournament roster and stuff like that. And then like, cause I know like I had a couple of friends do it one day. Like one of my friends had a birthday party, and like that was a part of the party. Like we just did like a whole Budokai 3 tournament or whatever, and that was pretty fun. And then just, you know, as like a lot of different anime games nowadays, especially a lot of the ones that are produced by Bandai Namco and stuff like that have been coming up. You know, a lot of people in the anime community always have their up and downs about a lot of these anime games that come out, and like how they're platformed or whatever. It's not like living up to the expectations of the anime series itself. Not for all of them though, just for some of them.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt, especially when you start getting into Jump Force and you start talking about.
Ooh, I was waiting on that one.
Yeah, I mean, because granted, like the new one that just came out, the most recent one, I appreciate the most because it does highlight the special moves of the characters that are inside it, but they could have did so much better. But, you know,
true.
I get it. Like they had a time constraint on getting out the product, and the end result, which I feel like, you know, I know this is not an anime one, but Anthem, it's kind of the same thing. It was like, we have this product that we know is going to be huge. You're talking about all the most famous characters in anime from the 80s to today in one game. Naturally, it's going to blow up. But
yeah. Now, go ahead.
No, I was saying, but at the end of the day, they chose to just put it out, and it's whatever. We'll just try to do patches, and these patches took forever, and now no one plays it.
Yeah.
So my big thing about Jump Force is I felt like Jump Force could have been a whole lot bigger if a different development studio had got it. I mentioned it with you guys, but I never said it over this, but I feel like Jump Force would have been a bigger game if Arc Systems had done it. Now, for those who aren't familiar with Arc Systems, they are the gaming company that's responsible for pretty much all the famous 2D fighting games that are like on like not only like just fighting game, but like just like on a high level competitive fighting games like Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear, the awesomeness of Dragon Ball Fighters, those guys, the same ones. I felt like if Arc Systems got their hand on Jump Force and did like kind of like the same kind of background, I would say background checks, but like kind of like the same referencing they did with Dragon Ball Fighters did with like every gaming character on the Jump Force roster and did it in that kind of setting, Jump Force would be the shit. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Like that would be like that. Like if Jump Force was made by Arc Systems, it would be the anime equivalent of how everybody likes to play Marvel vs. Capcom.
I can agree with that. It's like Guilty Gear was a great game. I love Guilty Gear. Played that with my cousins a lot back in the day.
And just imagine like the amount of combos you can do on that versus the versus how it is now. Like, granted, I would say that I still play Jump Force now, but I don't play it seriously. Like, I pick it up every once in a while just because I have my own. Because I like to play those games that have custom characters, stuff like that. Even though the game overall isn't that great, I just like the custom character kind of in that universe kind of setting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like, if they just take everything, including the custom at least including the custom characterization, into that 2D fighting format of Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear, and Dragon Ball FighterZ, bro, like, come on. Like, that'd be fighting game of the year. Easy.
Yeah, and especially with the one thing I know for a fact that they killed the most out of all of that game, what they killed the most to me was the multiplayer setup. Like, just to have me and you or all three of us jump into a tournament and play, by minimum, just figuring it out and actually setting it up is about an hour.
Yeah. 'Cause I think we tried to do that at one point.
Yeah. And it was hard as hell. Like, why is it so hard to just play with your friends, which is exactly what you want to do on these video games?
Right.
Jeez, that sucks.
Yeah, like, it was massive confusion.
And that's something that, like, the end users or whatever, it's like, Justin knows you can't have some product that is hard as hell to use, or a website, the accessibility to it. It's like, nobody wants to do this. It's like, yeah, I tried to find it, I couldn't, so I just didn't. And that's how it works. Yeah. Your bounce rate is going to be stupid high if you do that with websites. So it's like, I don't know why.
That's the problem. Like, and the reason why Apple sells the way it does, it's because they make it so and I say user friendly very loosely, but
Relax.
They make it so simple that anyone can pick it up and use it. As in, they may not be able to control certain things. They may not be able to turn up the volume the right way. They may not even get max volume as a permission. But they can pick up their phone and call out with no hesitation. And they have plenty of examples to be able to do the same exact thing. Naruto, their entire Ninja Ultimate, or their entire Ninja line, period. Ninja insert, if you want to say Storm, whatever. All of their tournament setups is literally, you click, you say tournament, you say invite, and you have your friends list.
Yeah.
It's that simple. There was no confusion in that. There's nothing to, hesitate or think about. Even in the multiplayer, you want ranked, unranked, local. Whoa. Right. The difficulty in that.
Yeah, and another thing, like a lot of these other animes that get video game adaptations to them, like some of them, like it's crazy to see how like a lot of them will get video games, but no one would have heard that they got a video game. Like even right now, like some people don't even realize that Berserk has a video game.
I heard that game was trash,
and it's completely trash.
Yeah,
it was like it legit was like the same graphics as the anime series, that 3D one, not the old one, but the 3D one that fucking killed everybody's eyes with the crazy ass CG graphics. And for those who have seen it, know about the debauchery that it is, versus just the traditional art style that it originally started off with. And like, 'cause I almost bought it myself. I was like, oh, Berserk got a video game, but then like I went, gotta Google it first before you buy.
Yeah.
And I just saw how the and I saw the gameplay. I was like, oh, no. But I always thought about it too. Like if, like I said, same situation. Like if the right development company got their hands on certain anime titles, it would be an awesome game. And like Berserk is one of those. Like if the people who developed God of War made a Berserk game,
yeah,
bro, like fucking carnage, bro.
Oh, I would like to add this in. Wanted to correct myself, but I wanted to make sure I let y'all get y'all words out. I meant to say usability of a website and a game and all that stuff. Accessibility is something different for people with disabilities trying to use websites and whatnot. It's usability. My bad.
But
before any techies try to come to my life. Yeah. Same concept, but they're like, hey, look at this idiot. Doesn't he have an IT degree? Yeah, I wasn't about to have that.
Yeah.
But going off of what Shaq said, that is true. It's like, I haven't watched Berserk, but I've definitely heard of it. And I've played a little bit of God of War. And when you know a little bit about Berserk, it's like a God of War Berserk type game would be hella dope. Just carnage and dope ass moves, honestly, and a good storyline.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, because there's so many of these different animes that have such a great, straightforward storyline that can be developed into a game. But it's just that like certain companies that have the license and rights to them just make what the fuck ever. Like I know the biggest thing now in the anime gaming community wise is that like a lot of popular shonen animes all become arena fighters, and we are. I can't be the only one to be thinking about this. That we're just so tired of fucking arena fighters.
Yeah, I would see the games, and I'm like, all right, this is the commercial for it or whatever, the trailer, but it's like, didn't they just have a game that looks like that? The worst part is when I see the game coming out, it's a arena fighter, and I think it's like a mobile app game. Like, I'm like, oh, that's like a new phone game. I'm like, I ain't getting that shit. But then it's like, I'm like, oh shit, people are actually like buying this?
and that's the funny thing about it too. Like Bandai Namco is like really good at putting out trailers for their games. But once you actually see the gameplay, it's like, nah, that's not what I saw in the trailer. That's bullshit.
It's like, this game's trash. It's trash.
Yeah.
Like even now, like everyone lost their shit when they had released the Jump Force trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone was losing their shit. It was like, yo, this is about to be the best anime game of all time.
I was one of them.
As soon as it came out, a week later, yo, this game is garbage, bro.
Bro, that game looked so hype. That had about as much failed potential as fucking Gohan. Wasted potential. It's like, build him up to be the fucking baddest man out there. It's like, yup, we in good hands. We finally got nope, never mind.
And that's the worst part about it, because it's like they had it. They had us. We was pre-ordering. We were like, yo, this is about to be these shit.
Yes.
And yeah, then y'all came out.
I'm not gonna lie though. I did see the trailer. I got hella hype for it. I didn't pre-order that shit. I was like, you know what? I was like, I've been let down on plenty times off of trailers. I was like, let me wait to see what this game is like. And then I remember y'all, it's like, I was talking about it, and I think it was Shaq. Shaq was like, eh. So the game wasn't that great.
Definitely. Like I said, it didn't live up to its hype, but at the same time, it's kind of like, it's like one of those like convenient every once in a while games. Like I said before, like I pick it up every once in a while just because like I have my custom character. Like I like the fact that I have a custom character I can do the Kamehameha. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we've all wanted to do it as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I got my own custom character I can do it now. So like that's like the closest I'm gonna fucking get.
Yeah, because you know I had to go with the Luffy moves.
The One Piece fanboy over here.
Yo, listen, it's Teddy.
Hey,
it's Teddy.
You know what?
My custom character is so original, bro. I got Gum.
But when you think about it, it's like all of us.
I was like, wait, you know the gun moves now? Where?
All of us got our favorites. There ain't one episode that Justin goes without bringing up something not Dragon Ball Z, bringing up something One Piece, Shaq, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball series, and then me is Naruto.
I mean, I believe we've thoroughly have said in this podcast that we are all just shonen trash in the first place. But
born and bred.
We here at the Spicy Ramen Podcast try to make sure that we venture out and mention other anime series and genres outside of it. But we stick to some of the main stuff that we know, a couple of them. But we do venture out into other stuff as well.
Yeah. I mean, but everybody got their favorites. That's the thing. It's like,
that's true.
We got our favorite things. We like to watch animes about not little, but little kids sometimes beating the shit out of demons or grown ass men. Like when you think about Yusuke was 14, 15 when he fought against Tagoro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think he was like 16.
Yeah, he was almost 16 going to college. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't going to college.
Yeah, I call bullshit. They were going. They were talking about some damn high school. They going to college. They was some grown men.
Kuwabara was going to college. He wanted to do something in his life. Yusuke was just like, yeah, that school shit ain't for me. He barely went to school as it was.
Yeah, that's
true. He wore a whole separate uniform.
No. Hold on. I looked it up. Yusuke at the beginning of the show was 14 years old.
Right.
At the end, they were 18.
Yeah, there you go.
So people are saying, "What the fuck? We need to get some information on this." It's like they don't really actually.
Because he was in the demon world for 2 years, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it says, starts off 14, takes 6 months to go from episode 1 to beating Tagoro. Mm-hmm. And then 15 when he's in the demon world. And then 3 years pass when he's in...
Oh, so 3 years.
So
okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. Whatever. It's like, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
We got sidetracked on... Well, I got sidetracked. And then I sidetracked y'all.
And that's another game that I would love for them to like really redo and just remaster. They ain't got to change shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so they did. So I think like the last Yu Yu Hakusho game was like on the PS2. And it was called the Dark Tournament because it was just based off the Dark Tournament. Like that was straightforward fucking genius. Like I remember, and this is how we all know we're old. Like I remember when my friends got it from Blockbuster and was like, "Yo, I found a fucking Yu Yu Hakusho game." It's like, the fuck? Yeah, let's play that shit. You play the fuck out of the game.
Never brought the movies back. Those VHSs is in a box somewhere with Blockbuster still on it.
Yeah. You know what? I think I saw an article. I don't mean to sidetrack, but I saw an article that I think that there's like one Blockbuster left in the country. I forget where it is, but there's like one left.
Is it a museum?
No, like it's one active Blockbuster that's left in the country. Wow. I forget where it is, but there is one.
Damn.
I might just go there just for the nostalgia.
Bruh, oh my gosh. I remember that just like going there and every once in a while my dad might let me get an anime movie or some show or whatever it is. Or getting a video game, renting it. Friday nights was dope back then.
I still remember going and getting WCW versus WWF or Raw. I used to every Friday. I used to get it Friday, take it back Monday. I was a kid, so I didn't understand the point of taking it back. But I swear, like I was like, yo, I'm coming back. Like, what's the point of me handing this to you and coming back 3 days to get it right back? Like, what? Why? Let's get the process.
I feel you on that. I never actually got into wrestling games at all.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
It's a family thing because if your family didn't watch it, like I could see that.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. You know.
Yeah.
My cousin was into it. Like one of my teammates was big into wrestling, and I was like, "Oh, I had never heard of you until they started talking about you in MMA and stuff."
Yeah, I think for me it was always because my father watched it, and in the process, my mom started to watch it. Even after they separated and all that, like my mom still heavily watched it. So I was like, oh well, I'm gonna still watch it. And she started getting me the games, and that's when it just took off. I was like, all right, I'm gonna stick to it. But when The Rock walked away for like the second time, I was like, all right, I have no reason to watch this anymore.
I always loved The Rock. And that's the weird part. Never really watched, but it's like I like The Rock. What were those brothers' names?
The Hardy Boys.
Oh,
Hardy Boys. Yeah, for some reason I like the Hardy Boys. And then kind of just John Cena, I guess, a little bit just for the "you can't see me" thing.
Yeah. So like he became like so many things in a small amount of time. Like he became a famous wrestler. And then, like, he became and then all of a sudden he came out with a music album and everything too. Cause apparently he rapped for like a quick minute and stuff like that. And then after that he just became just like this meme now. Cause like his whole entry, cause like his intro, is on like probably I don't know so many memes and so many videos that like no one can never have watched wrestling, but you play his theme song, they'll just be like, oh yeah.
It's like, oh, we know what's coming. And then
this may be
was it with Randy
telling
Orton?
About my age, because my top 3 wrestlers will always be Scorpion, aka Sting,
Yeah.
The Rock, and Booker T.
Oh yeah, I love Booker T. I only like Booker T just because he would be breakdancing and shit, and he was the only black dude I saw in there. I'd be like, hey, Booker T.
And he was the first one that, like, when he was talking trash, was like, and these niggas here, and he stopped. And I was like, oh, he's my hero.
That.
He's my.
That's when you tell he was passionate. Like, he said it. He said it with so much emphasis. It was like, shit, I did not mean to.
And the one or two people who I like couldn't really root for because they was always enemies to me, but I rooted for was Goldberg and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hell yeah!
Can I get a hell yeah? I'm like, well, hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Stone Cold.
Used to have my apple juice pretending it was beer.
Some beer?
Bro, I got
more beer.
Yep.
I'll take 2 cans. I'll take 2 cans of Minute Maid lemonade crashing together. Or like, you know what I'm saying, get a little angsty, get some root beer. Like, hell, give me a hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would go and say that, like, I had my few favorites, I guess, growing up and shit. But now it's like, my favorite wrestler really is just CM Punk, I guess, because he's my friend.
Yeah.
It's like, we're cool. He's a good friend of mine. And it's like, oh, you're my favorite wrestler now.
Yeah. That's kind of how
mine was I think mine was mostly Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, and freaking damn, who did I say was my third? I would say The Rock. Yeah. Well, it'd be like it's a tie between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh no, let me take all that back. Randy Orton.
RKO. We all. What is he doing? He's coming off the top. RKO.
Here comes Randy Orton slithering down the ring. Oh my God! RKO.
Yep. So I was an idiot when I was growing up, clearly, because I used to always believe, and again, y'all could dog me if y'all want, but I used to always believe Jean-Claude Van Damme was literally Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, I didn't tell the difference between...
You thought he actually knew how to fight?
Yeah, I was like, yo, like, this is getting illegal now. Like, they got real fighters. Like, this man got movies out. What? He gained some weight, but...
Right.
Yeah, I remember finding out he couldn't fight. I just realized we got hella off topic.
Yeah, I was getting ready to put a message. I was getting ready to send a message saying like, "Hey guys, gotta get back on topic now."
Well, but trying to get back on topic. I think another one that I believe, huh?
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, did you get one game out already? I was like, or is it back on you?
No. If y'all got one, I was just trying to make sure we get back.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
All right, no, you're good. My bad. I was just
you're good.
Was Justin getting another 3-part series, or?
I don't know, because... No, let me leave it alone.
All right.
So, another one that I think needs to get some type of justice. Again, I don't believe it was like Game of the Century or anything like that, to be honest. But one that kind of stuck out for me was Bleach, the Third Phantom. I don't know if y'all remember that from Sega. But
I never actually played.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a different one.
I mean, they have it for Nintendo DS. I don't know if y'all played it for Nintendo DS.
I know. I played the DS one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's the same game. There's no real different at all.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And then I know. And then the PS4 when they did Bleach Soul Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would literally no one knew that game existed for like a good little while. Like, and just like any other Bandai Namco game, it got like a little bit of hype for like a little bit, just be like, yo, the first Bleach console game coming to America. Cause in Japan, they've had like a shit ton of Bleach games. Like, I think most of them were these fighting games for the PSP. And unless you hacked your PSP, you could never play it. I played a demo of it though. I forgot the name of what it was, but it was like it was nice. It was a dope little fighting game because like everyone had like a tight little animation when they did Bankai and everything like that. And like when you did their special, it was a dope little animation too. I was like, man, how come in America we can't get none of this dope stuff? We gotta get trash.
It is America. I mean, that's in itself right there.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I think that one stood out to me because it kind of was that introduction for me before I had Yu Yu Hakusho, because I didn't know that they actually made the game. And that was my introduction to anime games in general. Like, again, this is Sega. So it was like literally 92 of me playing this. Or no, I want to say 96.
You were playing the Bleach game?
Yes.
I didn't even know what Bleach was until I was a teenager.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
early teenager, I guess.
I didn't watch the anime till about 2000. So it was like, oh, this is what I was playing. Oh, this is cool.
Right.
I feel you. I understand. Yeah, that'll take me into my next game with that topic.
Which was what?
Mine was Dragon Ball Super Budoten. It was a game on the SNES. And this game you could play like as Broly, you could fight as Broly and all that stuff. And I remember because my cousins, they had that on their computer. They had the emulator for SNES. So I was playing really a lot of classic games like Mega Man and all that stuff. But if I can go and look when this game came out, because they have a Extreme Budoten, but that was for the 3DS. This one is, I wish I could go and like say exactly when it came out. I'm looking it up. 1993. It came out in 1993. I was playing it probably when I was 6 or so. And all these characters hadn't come out in America yet because that was like 1999. We're still waiting for the introduction of a lot of different characters. People hadn't even heard who Broly was at that time. So it's like I couldn't really talk about it with anybody. We were still on like maybe Raditz or so.
Okay.
So it's like, So then when you figure out, it's like, oh, I was just playing this shit early because my cousins were doing some illegal shit. It's like, oh, I feel you. It's like they got me caught up with another classic game, Pokemon. It's an anime game, and I had that on my computer. And my dad saw me playing it, and he was like, "I didn't get you this game. How are you playing this?" And I was like,
Yeah, about that.
I had my computer privileges taken away early over that game. But yeah, those are my, I guess you could say two, because Pokemon is an animated series video game.
But I don't know. That's a long discussion for me by itself,
right?
Because it's like I'll say this briefly about it before I put my hat back on about it. But it's because because a lot of people don't know that, and I may have mentioned this before in the podcast, but I know a lot of people don't know that a lot of stuff from the video game is not related to the anime because the storyline and everything is presented in the anime. It's never referenced in the video game. A lot of stuff from the video game is in reference or in correlation with the Pokemon manga that's put out a lot. Because it's certain stuff that they don't mention in the anime at all. It's like because Ash, I think like a lot of people think Ash and the character for the first couple Pokemon games are the same person, but they're completely different.
That I did know. At least that part. And Ash is trash.
Yeah, Ash is trash. The actual main character from the manga, Red, he the GOAT.
Yeah, that was...
But I'm going to leave that alone.
Well, actually, Shaq, I think what is your next game?
My next one was going to be one of my more well, not say popular, but one of my more passionate series that I love, but I just have not gotten that ideal game for is Digimon. Like I love the Digimon anime to death, man. Like I guess like I'm a fan of like the first 4 Digimon series. I know there's like a couple more that's come on after that, and I know it's a new one now. But I know I'm a big fan of the old school Digimon and stuff like that. Like I have a Digivice now, but it's a flash drive, so it's like the Digivice, but it's a flash drive that holds a couple of stuff for me because I'm that deep.
Yeah, I remember when I said Digimon can take a flying leap, and Shaq acted like I had said like Goku can get whooped by Superman or something like that. He was like, "Oh."
I'm just like Digimon for me was like a big thing because like I guess like the concept behind Digimon made a lot more sense for me because I felt like that can be more realistic versus Pokemon. Granted, I love them both. But I love them both for separate reasons. So, and all those people and all those fanboys and trolls that always got to be like, "Oh, Pokemon can always beat Digimon," but we're not ready for that kind of conversation.
Yeah, going off of Digimon, but I will say I love the first characters. What was it? Tai, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex looking thing.
Greymon?
Yeah. It's like I had some Digimon cards. I still got them in a sleeve with my Pokemon cards, but I never got into it that far, and I definitely didn't watch any of the other seasons.
Yeah. So I know like when I first got a PlayStation, I had Digimon World, which was one of my more fun Digimon games because it was kind of just like, you know, taking that concept of like, you know, saying you as the character getting put into Digimon world and everything, and like you're raising your Digimon as you're going through and doing all these missions and stuff like that. So it had that same Japanese RPG stylings. It was like what are those things? Like the Tamagotchi, but like in an actual video game, stuff like that. Because like you had to make sure you fed his ass. He's gonna tell you like, "Yo, I'm hungry. I've been fighting all day."
Are you an Isekai fan? A big Isekai anime fan or Isekai? I don't know how you say it. Isekai,
yeah.
I'm not.
Awkward silence.
Yeah, I was just asking because it's like he was saying he likes the element of like getting taken to a new world or whatever. I was just like,
oh, okay, my fault. I thought you had to follow with
that. No, that was just it.
Nigga, just answer the question. Goddamn.
Right. Tell me why I was sitting here in the silence. I was like, I mean, yes, no, yes,
like, yes, no, maybe. My guy, what are you doing?
But yeah,
my mama listened.
Go disrespect me like that. Go disrespect me.
I was like, my girlfriend right here? You ignore me?
You gonna ignore me, my nigga? I'm supposed to look up to kids. Kids supposed to look up to me. Got me getting punked off, man.
Y'all just have the audacity. But yeah, I know. Like, there's been a couple more that's come out. I know they've brought out Digimon Cyber Sleuth. I know it's 2 parts to that one. I know they came out with a new Digimon World, which I was excited to get at first. Cause I'm thinking like, oh, it's kind of going to be like the old one I used to play on PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. Granted, it was not as fulfilling as I thought it would be, because I played for like maybe 2 weeks and took it back to GameStop.
Give me my store credit.
Man, go ahead and take this back, bro. But I know, like, I would definitely love for like a different studio to like get their hands on that, to kind of just like adventure better into the whole Digimon world kind of thing, stuff like that. And kind of, I say it doesn't. I know a lot of people say like, oh, just getting Digimon is just nothing but a knockoff Pokemon. And I will say like the only thing that I respect about Digimon games is that like they make sure that they stay their own, they do their own thing and make sure they are not compared to Pokemon at all. Because I would say like all the ones they do come out with is like a totally different type of adventure versus Pokemon. Granted, I can thoroughly admit and have no problem with saying that Pokemon's the same shit, but I don't mind playing it.
What happened?
I was saying that like many of us in the Pokemon community can say, and I know I'm one I can say with no shame, that honestly, Pokemon comes out with the same shit, same formula, different skin, and I don't mind playing for it every time.
It's like iPhones. It's like Apple.
Yep.
I listen. Don't get him started.
No. We can at least admit it's like, yeah, we know exactly what it is, but it's like Android users like to talk like we don't know what the situation is. It's like, no, we know exactly what we're doing. They got a good product. Right. Android, y'all got too many people making your stuff, so it's like, no, we don't want to mess with that. We want the same thing every time. Android users always got something different they trying to add to the game. It's like, all we trying to do is make calls. And read manga.
Right. Maybe a text or two. Maybe.
Y'all ain't even got FaceTime. Talk to me when you get FaceTime. How long y'all have to wait to talk to each other? Oh, let me get my laptop, or let me download another app, head ass.
We had FaceTime in 2006. We had it ever since. Y'all just blew it up and made it seem like it was such a big thing because y'all made it just strictly for iPhone. I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess, iPhone just got this next thing since sliced bread that we just don't know about.
It's like, you had to talk on Uvu. I mean, I was on Uvu too, but...
See? Like, oh, y'all got a third camera. Whoa! We got that in 2012, but okay, y'all got it, man. Y'all doing big things.
Okay, but try to send one of your pictures over to us. Get all fucked up and shit.
And you about to bring the IT nerd out of me. Like, I mean, I can't.
We both know why it's like that. We both know why it's like that, Justin. You ain't the only IT person over here.
And that's the worst part. Like, I hate you. This is why, if you, in the listeners, if y'all know why we go back and forth by nerd stuff, especially when it comes to IT, this is why. Because we have so much history with this stuff.
So we reading the same articles here. You ain't gonna tell me something I don't know.
Yeah.
We got sidetracked again.
But it's alright. I think, and you kind of actually already talked about one that I'm going into right now, which is, for me, Pokemon Yellow, Red, and Blue. Specifically those three, because those were my favorites. I couldn't, there was no other one that like truly brought out the kid in me in playing a video game like those did. By far, I think it really just pulled me in from the beginning. Dope ass storyline. Always was like, yeah, this is dope. And it always maintained that same like, yeah, this is what he doing a damn explosion. God damn it.
Are you in the middle of playing it?
Yes, literally. Watching Neat, like, again, true fan. But one of my favorite, and obviously if you ever go on our YouTube channel, you can see a lot of my battles that have been happening recently. I'm going to try to get JP and Shaq to jump on this whole competitive wave, but it has been nostalgia in a like times 10 graphic upgrade of watching this game. Red by far, only because my favorite Pokemon was on the cover, was spoke bounds for me.
AKA the secondary poster child that gets like every fucking upgrade, every goddamn game series. Like, Jesus Christ.
It be like that sometime. But, you know, that's what it is. You gotta live with it. You gotta love it. But yeah, Pokemon, the entire series, I stopped at Gen 1. I played a little bit of Gen 2, but that was literally it. I did not go past that. But yeah.
Horrible. You just had that whole spiel.
Yeah, I mean.
You even go past Gen 2. Horrible. I can't believe it.
It was because the PS2 came out, and I was like, oh, y'all don't want to transition? Y'all really want to just stay to your own products? Well, I'm out. And they didn't fix it. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess y'all really don't want me to come over. All right.
I stuck the whole ride out, every console. Even though it's like every time a new Nintendo handheld would come out, I'd be like, nah, I'm not gonna get it. And all of a sudden, new Pokemon game. Fuck, I might get it.
And that's it right there. That is really it. But yeah, that was my next one. I think, you know, it will come back and it will be fire once they decide to put it on all platforms. But even as it is right now, I know it won't happen.
I don't think it should happen.
I'm perfectly fine with it being just a Nintendo thing. Like, there's certain games that should only be that platform. Like, I'm okay with Halo only being for the Xbox, even though I'm a PlayStation only guy. The only thing from Xbox I really like is Halo, only because like I read the books too, with including playing the games, but like stuff like that, or like fucking how PlayStation had Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank. Like, I was glad like those were like those specific platform only titles. Like, Pokemon's one of those things like it can't go nowhere else. Like, I could not see myself playing Pokemon on a PlayStation ever.
Yeah, I just don't think certain like Shaq was saying, certain things should only be on the system it came out for. Like Super Smash Brothers. It's like,
yes,
if that was on Xbox, it'd be like, bro, this don't feel right. And then you know they'd be trying to add,
right.
It's just no. And the same thing with like The Last of Us. I only want it on PS4. That's what it came out with. Right. That's the only place I want to see it. Even some Final Fantasy games. Yeah. It was weird for me to see it on Xbox, but it's like I didn't have a PS4 at the time, so I just played it on my Xbox. But for games like Kingdom Hearts, only play it on PS4. And all those things, yeah.
But I know I was okay with. I mean, like, it wasn't that bad for like them to branch out. I think the new Kingdom Hearts, they did the remakes and put them on Xbox also. Yeah. Well, I mean, which isn't really too bad. Like I said, it's not too bad that they put them on there. Like, even though like it started off just being just a PlayStation thing when it first came out, but you know what I'm saying, it's okay. It was okay coming out for the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get a little something for them too. You know, they gotta bask in this Kingdom Hearts glory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think out of all the games I've played, the one game that I can say I did not want to get on any other platform and just stay right where it's at, to me, and I know this isn't technically anime, but Power Rangers.
Wait.
I'm lost.
Yes.
Give me
yes.
that.
It stayed on Sega.
Hold up.
Stayed on Sega. It stayed on Sega. It stayed on Sega. And it never transitioned. And I was like, cool. Like, if y'all gonna die on y'all sword, y'all gonna die on y'all sword. And they did.
I remember the Power Rangers video games.
Yeah, I remember the arcade ones that you play like it was like a co-op.
Yeah, exactly. Like those is what I'm talking about. And I mean, now they have upgraded and now they have gone on now they're on different platforms. But yeah, no, like I was amped when I was like, oh, so they really sticking to their guns. They not going to switch. They legit just this is what it is.
Yeah. Now the new one that recently came out for people who don't know. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is a 2D, 3D styling fighting game. And I have it on my Switch. And it's a really fun game. And then the storyline for it is based off a Power Rangers comic series called The Shattered Grid, which I highly recommend people to read on or to look at. I read that series in its entirety. It's an awesome series. And they adapted it into this video game. And it's pretty awesome. Like I said, it's not fighting game of the year, but it's definitely a cool little Power Ranger styling fighting game with a pretty decent story behind it. Especially like when you read it prior to playing the game and stuff like that, because it's really really awesome.
Yeah, I need to up my playing on different platforms in different video games. I think that's something that I need to do in these next coming months. Even with this virus, I have not been playing many different variety of games. I've been heavily in one and not changing. So yeah. I need to get on that wave of just playing different games, focusing on, this is what people like, and I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But JP, is there any other games that you could think of that fits this kind of category?
Yes. And with you bringing up virus, it made me think of this game series, anime, all that stuff. It's not something that I played super heavily, but I did. It was more I liked the story and everything behind it more so than the games. Mm-hmm. And I think they kind of started, they were motivation behind the Sword Art Online. And this is Dot Hack Sign.
Oh, yeah. I think I played one of them. I played one of them on PS3.
Yeah, there was one of them that I played. I don't remember. I wish I could remember the name of it itself. I never even beat it. But Dot Hack Sign was a video game. Well, it's a video game where you pretty much do the same thing as what they do in the anime. The anime itself is about, how do I make this compressed? The world loses its access to internet for like 2 years. There's one, because of a virus called like Pluto's Kiss or something like that. After 2 years, there's one operating system that didn't get infected. It's like called the Ultima or something like that, OS. And they have the game, they create the game, and you're able, I think it's like 20 million people or something like that. You're able to go and upload yourself into the game, kind of sort of play as a character. And what the guy is pretty much trying to do is create an ultimate artificial intelligence using all of the characters that are playing the game. Mm-hmm. And pretty much it's like, there's stuff with getting like your mind trapped in the game, dying, blah, 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 all that stuff. Giving a very brief synopsis over it because I don't want to ruin it. And also I don't want to mess it up. So I'm only saying the things I remember. But to me, I when I heard of Sword Art Online, I pretty much thought Dot Hack Sign because literally almost the same thing. And I guess a lot of people do consider Dot Hack Sign to be I guess the motivator behind Sword Art Online. Mm-hmm. But it was pretty fun game, RPG style. It was the one that I played was an action RPG. I wish I could remember what it was, but I would say that you guys should check that out. Who's ever listening and never actually heard of it.
Yeah,
There was only 26 episodes in the anime itself, and this was in 2002. Yeah. It ended the same year that it started, and yeah, you guys should try that.
Well, I know, adding on to the same thing with the dot hack, especially like going into that whole anime series that's based off a video game, because like once you get that, once you immerse yourself into that whole anime series that talks about being in this video game, stuff like that, and then all of a sudden a company will come and be like, hey, remember about this one anime that's about a video game? Well, what about you playing the video game that's about this anime about playing that video game? And it's like, oh shit, I gotta buy it. But then it's like, I don't think I needed to buy this.
Yeah.
And I know for some reason, I don't know why, I think just because the anime community is that harsh, that like every time Sword Art Online comes out with a game, I feel like the anime community has this supremely high level of expectations of how the game should be. And then when you play it, it's kind of like, eh. Because I know myself, I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of Sword Art Online, but I enjoyed the first segment, if you will, of Sword Art Online.
They got so many.
I know. And then, like, once I saw that, oh, they're actually making a Sword Art Online game, I'm thinking, like, okay, cool, I can dive into this little video game world that I saw in the anime and stuff like that, and immerse myself with all these different characters and go into this action. Like, I would say majority of them are kind of like more of a Japanese anime style of a Monster Hunter type kind of deal. Mm-hmm. But then, like, the one thing I guess for me, the one reason why I really couldn't get into them, was because of was plainly just the fan service. Like, I'm more of just like storyline and action. I'm not a big fan of the fan base. I mean, not fan base, but I'm not a big fan of like fan service stuff that happens. It's okay if it happens every once in a while, just for like comedic purposes or whatever. But like when it's, like I said, this is one of those things in the Japanese community that we know it happens. We just try to ignore it. But with like,
sure.
But with that, I'm emphasizing really hard on try. But it's like certain series that have that level of fan service, and like when you put that same emphasis of fan service from the series into the video game, then it's like, all right, then where's the borderline of me playing a game versus me just watching something that's purely just unadulterated at this point?
Yeah.
It's like I want to play Sword Art Online because I want a sword and I want to go cut stuff, but like every 20 or 30 minutes of it, I gotta sit here and talk to this girl about I don't know what the fuck problem's going on, and I can't skip it.
That's the worst one.
That is the worst,
bruh.
By far the worst.
And I'm just like, bruh, I'm here to cut shit, not to hear your problem.
Like, why are you doing this? Why?
Especially in a game where it's like you already know what you kind of want out of it. It's like, no, I don't want to talk. Like certain RPGs, you know you're going to have to talk a lot. But it's like, all right, I understand. Right. That's what comes with it. But it's like, if you're trying to play something that reminds you of a video game, it's like, bro, I'm trying to have fights. It's like, what you doing?
Right.
And I don't understand why they don't get that. Like, granted, I get it. I understand that, you know, a lot of times you're under a constraint to do a certain thing, but come on. Like, you clearly see what there's comment sections. You know what your people want. So why is it such a confusion?
Yeah. I mean, and then I feel like there are certain anime games that need that dialogue because of what kind of style it is. Mm-hmm. Like my only example is one that's originally a video game that got adapted into an anime was Danganronpa, Happy Murder Havoc, something like that. Which pretty much we're just talking about. It was pretty much a murder mystery series video game that got incorporated into an anime series, which was pretty dope, by the way. Also available on Hulu, and like pretty much like in the game, like it's a lot. It's a decent balance of dialogue, but it's dialogue that's needed for the game. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, I'm playing a murder mystery game, so like I have to talk to people, but I'm talking to relevant people that's relevant to this level I'm on. I'm not just talking to random people for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And then we get these other games, you know what I'm saying, that like is mostly from an action anime franchise, but it's like if I need to go get this particular item, I gotta talk to this one guy for 20 minutes instead of me just accomplishing a mission to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which sucks, man.
And then
it really does.
Yeah. And then you get certain other anime games that try to like hop on the same bandwagon of like online. Oh, like what's the most popular thing to do online kind of thing, and you're like, no, that's not your place to do this kind of stuff, bro. Like just stick to what you got to do and stuff like that. Which I know a lot of people are happy that, you know what I'm saying, with the past Dragon Ball games that they switched, that another studio got a hand of it and Dragon Ball FighterZ came about, because then like now it's like a lot of people who like wanted to play Dragon Ball competitively but couldn't because a lot of those other ones were not really a serious fighting game. They were always a Dragon Ball game first and a fighting game second, and then Fighter comes along and it's a pretty decent balance of being, okay, I'm giving you the tools and what it makes to be a fighting game with your Dragon Ball feel good elements into it and stuff. And I think a lot of other anime games, they try to do like, it's an anime first and a video game second. I think that's what draws a lot of the negative tension with a lot of these anime styling video games. That like they try to be the anime within the video game, but not being a video game from an anime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of them get that hit and miss, especially goddamn Jump Force, man. Shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do with that. I still play it.
And that's what kills me, because if they literally took the shell of Naruto and just said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to literally take everything that Naruto did and we're going to make it storyline and everything. We're going to take our graphics and we're just going to keep the same structure of Naruto and just put all the anime characters in
which one in particular are you talking about?
Ultimate Ninja Storm 4.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't need to do anything else.
Switch your character. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can create a character.
Yeah, really, honestly, yeah, you're right.
Like, that would have been perfect. But, you know, we couldn't get that. We had to get what they created. Like,
I feel like anime fans, I don't know how it is in Japan with like how their games differ, I guess, but I feel like we're used to being let down.
Which is sad.
With the movies, with the remakes, it's like, oh, they're remaking another one of our classics. Trash. It's like, oh, brother.
like, I at one point, I know, like, even like, when they announced that One Punch Man was getting a video game, I slightly got excited until I saw the gameplay and saw that it was an arena fighter again. And I was like, God damn it, not again.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, oh, One Punch Man, I'm thinking it's gonna be just like some kind of nice little adventure game where either like I walk alongside Saitama and learn like the story of like how he became this dude to becoming the One Punch Man, or it's like, you know what I'm saying, you play as him and you just go through all these random adventures and stuff like that. But no, it's just like, no, it's just an arena fighter. Now there's certain things of it that's kind of fucking hilarious, but besides that, it's just like us, it's kind of another rinse and repeat.
Which is sad. Like,
yeah,
it should not be a rinse and repeat. It should be a straight, oh, this is a beast. Oh, he got it. It should be a beast of a completely different show. It should have a completely different storyline. And it should be one of those where it's like, damn, like, you can tell they put the time in this.
Yeah.
Which is kind of all we want.
Because even like, yeah.
They be giving
even
us...
now, like, they're kind of... No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, they just be giving us product like angry moms be giving us something. Here, always complaining with your dumb ass. Just take it. Always asking for shit. Jesus Christ.
Right.
That's how I be feeling.
I feel like that's how they did with My Hero, because like they was like, hey, this My Hero shit's pretty popular, right? Yeah. Let's do what we did with Naruto. We'll put these superheroes in it. And it was like, fucking genius. Go with it. So now it's like...
Son of a bitch,
I promise you, because like, I played both of them. Like I have One Justice 2. And I'm just like, it's just another arena fighter. Like, I wish this My Hero game was a 2D fighter, low key.
Yeah.
Even though I hate to say it, but it's just like, if it was, I think I would enjoy it better if it was 2D instead of it's an arena fighter. Because these I guess like the arena fighters don't grab that competitive fighting kind of, it doesn't grab the attention of a competitive fighting game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though there's hundreds of like communities that play these games and stuff like that and have tournaments or whatever, but like when you look at the big grand scheme of like competitive video games, arena fighters doesn't grab the mass media attention, you know?
What is it? Well, you remember those games back in the day, Dynasty Warrior?
Yeah.
That's like the feel that it'll be fun until it's not fun. And then it's just like, eh. That's literally how it goes. It's like, and then that's it.
So I know, no, go ahead. I just remember something.
No, that was it. That was done.
Okay. Cause I know when I got the PS3, one of the games I did get was it was a Gundam Dynasty Warriors game. I think it was specifically Gundam Dynasty Warriors 3. Made by the same people who make Dynasty Warriors, just with a whole bunch of Gundams. Now, I've played a whole bunch of Dynasty Warrior games. I know what comes with it. I know how long it's going to take me to get bored of it. But the fact that it was Gundams, I was like, son of a bitch, I'm in. And I maybe played it for like 3 or 4 months, and I only picked up because I had that Gundam itch. Like, because it satisfied that Gundam itch every once in a while, because I was watching a series, and I was like, oh, that Gundam's on my game. I'm going to play it.
Bruh, I'm glad you just brought Gundams up, because I had forgotten a game that I was going to bring up until you just said that, and now I remembered. Thank you.
Which one?
It was another SNES game. It was called Shin Kido Senki Gundam Wing, Endless Duel.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And this game was dope. It's like you could play as the normal Wing, Epion, Sandrock, all those. Hiei's one. Hiei that was a classic one. Who was my favorite? The Death Scythe. What was his name? The one with the ponytail.
I know what you're talking about.
He was my favorite character. I can't believe I forgot.
Wait, that's an anime?
Duo Max.
Duo?
Gundam? Duo Max.
No. I'm thinking about the Dynasty Warriors, the other one. I'm thinking about like the other joint, the one that they have. They always coming out with. I forgot the name of it.
Wait, which
the
one?
Dynasty Warriors.
Wait, which one?
Not Gundam. I'm not thinking about Gundam. I thought you were talking about the Japanese one where they have like a bunch. Kind of like how they built One Piece. I was thinking about that when you said that it was an anime. I was like, wait, they got an anime? Hold on, I'm about to flip.
No. No, I was saying like the people who make the Dynasty Warrior games will make like different alternate versions of. Well, I don't say alternate versions, but like we'll take that same trope and then just throw anime skins on it. Like the One Piece game you're talking about, like it's made by them. It's just another Dynasty Warrior game, but just with One Piece characters in it. Like,
bro, who's keeping them
essentially the same shit
alive? That's what I'm wondering.
I'll tell you, they just look at it. They just look at the screen and be like, "Hey, what anime is popular? All right, hey, take that anime and then throw Warriors at the end of it, and we're gonna make it."
Because that's what I would get the feel when I was seeing that new One Piece game. I'm like, bro, this just looks like Dynasty Warriors. It's like, y'all niggas still doing this?
Hold up, cause what's it called? Man, which one was it called? Cause I saw it too. And I was like, oh, One Piece Pirate Warriors 3.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I was like, oh, it's made by people who make Dynasty Warriors. Never mind.
You remember Dynasty Warriors when you would get like the demo packs, and like Dynasty Warrior would be a part of it for the PS2 demos and shit, and you'd be like, "Hey, yo, this game dope. I'm riding a horse and shit. I'm out here fighting," and then it's like,
right.
It's like, what's the point of this game? It's like,
you kill so many. You have like the 200 hit combo, and they'd be like, wait, like, and they about to power up and do a special move, but it's literally just the same move that they did previously, and it's like, all right, like,
but with more flashing lights.
I'm like, all right, like, I don't know what I'm doing here. What am I doing here?
Yeah, all right. Whew. But yeah, that Gundam game, I loved it. I was a huge Gundam fan.
Oh yeah.
So,
'cause I know the most recent one I know one Gundam game I played. I can't remember the name of it right now, but pretty much it's a Gundam game that they put out for the PS4 that was mostly based off of one of the more recent Gundam series that's off of Gundam building and stuff like that. Pretty much the Gunpla kind of era of anime right now that they're doing. We're pretty much like the anime series about people who build Gundams and then actually use them for like competitive battles or whatever, stuff like that.
Oh.
And then, cause I've watched a couple of them so far, and I saw that was going to be a video game. I was like, oh, so I can actually, have a video game that I can build and customize my own Gundam and then use it in battles. I'm like, okay, this is cool. But once again, it throws you into that Japanese high school, kind of setting, excuse me. And then you're talking to other people. You're a part of this Gundam building club or whatever, stuff like that. So you build Gundams, customize them, and stuff like that. And you got your school rival and stuff like that. You got these different events that, like, promote you guys to do this kind of stuff. And then there's the side shit that gets very annoying. You get that stereotypical anime girl who likes you but fucking hates your guts, and every time she bumps into you, she wants to fight you. But like she says some slick romantic stuff under her breath, but you see it right there under the captioning, and it's just like, I don't need all of this. I just want to play this to play Gundams. Like, I don't want this other stuff. I don't want no romantic side story. I don't want to answer and ask questions about what's going on in school. I just want to fight Gundams. That's it. That's all I want.
I feel you on that. I feel like the intentions is always good, and then they just leave us hanging.
Mm-hmm. Right. They give you everything else but what you want. Like, here's a Gundam game for you, but you're going to be living your experience of high school.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that part.
And I think that's I think that for even the games that we're mentioning, like, I think that's the biggest problem. Like, if, for example, and I keep going back to it, but Naruto, Ultimate Storm 4 was like the perfect combination, because you had the storyline if you wanted to do it, and it followed what you wanted. It literally was, okay, we have some chit chat, we have some no talk no jutsu, but we gonna scrap.
Yeah, and they got it right. What do people watch Naruto for? For the story and the fights. You're giving us both. You're letting us choose which one we're gonna get. So it's like,
and we have the option to skip the story.
Yep. It's like, yeah, I already know this part. Skip.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that they have good intentions when they're trying to do this, and I'm trying to give them so much leeway when I say this, but it feels more like a cash grab, especially with Dragon Ball Z, but it feels more like a cash grab every time they come out, and it's not to what we literally said the previous game that we wanted. Like, I could understand if, it was their first time out, and kind of like Anthem, like, it was their first time out, they didn't really have the backing that they wanted and the time constraints that they needed, but they still tried to deliver. No, you're on Jump Force 13. Like, this should be handled by now. Like, you should be already knowing. But, of course, here we are.
The fact that you said it, the cash grab part, I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, they know how hopeful we are and how loyal anime fans are. So it's like, people gonna buy this. It's like, they gonna have fun with it for a little bit, but there's no end game. There's nothing that we're trying to really give them is just like, all right, here we go. We got this exciting looking game. You're going to buy it. We're going to make some money off of it. So it's not a lose. And then we're going to give you the same thing in 2 years.
Right. I know one game that's definitely doing that right now, and that like it's really annoying the shit out of the anime video game community is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Like, that game came out I don't know how long ago, and we are still sitting here 2020 trying to figure out when the fuck Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 is out. But what did they do? Just give us more goddamn DLC. Like, you could have came up with a whole game by now. And then when they announced, like, oh, a new Dragon Ball game's coming out, we're like, oh, Xenoverse 3? No, Dragon Ball Z fucking Kakarot.
I don't know, man. But we still gonna buy it. We still gonna buy it. Like, still gonna just...
I ain't buy Kakarot. I ain't gonna lie on that one.
It's funny how this episode you can almost like the excitement and then it turned into depression.
Yes. Like, did you know, man? Did you know? Like, oh my god, man.
Because we can sit here and talk about anime video games all day long, but it's just so much sad truth to that whole subject by itself. So like it's enjoyable at some parts, but it's very sad in others.
You think? Like, but you know, here we are, trying again
with our stupid face on.
Yep.
We out here with our stupid face on.
Right.
Can I have another?
I like anime. I ran back to it. Yeah, I know it ain't shit.
And I saw a video on YouTube where a guy who talks about anime video games brought up an interesting topic about the Naruto video games, thinking that like Ninja Storm 4 was going to be like the last good Naruto game they bring out, because like even with like when they brought out what was it called, Naruto to Boruto Road to Ninja, something like that.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was because even that game like got like a slight hype, because like, you know what I'm saying, they introduced a Naruto game where you have your where you can do online co-op stuff and have your own custom character just like the other one. So everybody's like, oh, this is just gonna be a Naruto version of Xenoverse. Awesome. But it's just like it was just a one-trick pony that just does this one thing, and it does it over and over and over again with extra DLC. And it's like, yeah, like even though it has DLC now, but I know like its fan base is like small at this point now. Like, I know I was one of those people who hopped on the hype train. Like I get caught in the spell of, hey, a new game, check out this trailer. Oh, that trailer's awesome. This game's gonna be A1, and then you get it, and it's just like, oh fuck, I really wasted my money. I think I took that back within 2 weeks. I was like, oh, back to Ninja Storm 4 I go.
That kind of reminds me of Shinobi Striker.
Yeah, I think that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Because I was
I wasn't even in it. I was like, nah, like y'all made your masterpiece. I'm good.
Yeah, I played the beta and I was like, yeah, this ain't about to get my money.
That's what I should have done. I didn't play the beta. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be alright. I had false hope really quickly.
Well, I'm a pessimist.
And then like, yeah. And then the thing too, like, will they even make like a Ninja Storm 5? Because like, even though the Boruto manga is doing good, the Boruto anime isn't, and that's really pretty much where they get the storyline off of. And it's like, if they do a Ninja Storm 5, you know what I'm saying, or like they just do a whole different Ninja Storm where it's about Boruto instead of Naruto, it's like they're gonna be digging deep to get this shit together.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
They're gonna have to wait a while before they can even think about making a Boruto only video game. It's like, I think this time will come, but it won't pop like that.
Yeah. Cause I think even now, like, if you throw anything Boruto into something Naruto, like, you have to have the original Naruto stuff for it to catch that attention before you even throw Boruto in there. Cause like, even like a lot of the app games from mobile, they're all like, it may have Boruto's name, but only if Naruto's name is in it too.
Like, they really wanted to make sure that nobody liked Boruto. Like,
because they're gonna make you like them.
Yeah.
When people go hard on Boruto, I'm like, look, man, it's like, it's hard enough. It's like they're doing essentially what, not all the way, but what was supposed to happen with like Goku and Gohan, the passing of the torch. But it's like, they're the only one to actually get there. Yeah. And they're like, well, we can't have another Naruto easily likable character. Well, Naruto was a little annoying at first, but he had those very likable traits. So it's like, all right, they gave him a freebie, but it's like, you can't have a character that's like that with Boruto. It's like, you kind of got to make him a dick. He has everything.
But not only that, but like with Naruto, it was like, if you didn't like the main character, it was a whole bunch of sub characters that you can get into besides the main character.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing too, because like, I've watched a little bit of Boruto, and I can't even get into a lot of the sub characters. Like, I want to like Metal Lee, but I really can't get into his character that much.
Yeah, I feel you on that, and I think
that.
Oh, my bad.
No, I was done.
I was just gonna say, it's like, I feel like it sucks, but also at the same time, it's like, I'm glad they're just doing it different, because look how Naruto did. They introduced us to all these characters that we like, but for anybody who finished Naruto, it's like, yo, y'all didn't give them shit. It's like the last time y'all really gave this person some true shine was back in Naruto, where we first fell in love with them, and we've been waiting for them to do something ever since. And it's like, nothing happened. So it's like, I feel like they're doing good with focusing on just 3 and then giving Naruto some time every time people get kind of tired of just seeing Boruto. And it's like, hopefully later on they can do it right. Cause they did a lot of wrong in Naruto, as we know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. I think, there's always going to be a disdain when it comes to Boruto for me, because and I get it. They are trying to make Boruto to completely be the opposite of its counterpart. But it doesn't, like, how they did it was just piss me off. It's like, come on, bro. You had so many options. And you stuck to this.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, man, it's like, come on, dude. Like, you had and I know we always end up in these discussions, but I'm like, yo, you had the blueprint. Kaguya would have been a great opening for Boruto. If she came out with like, oh, this is your eye, all that was a whole new adventure, and it's not something that we've seen, it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
But, here we are. But yeah, this has been the episode. I hope you guys, if you have reached it this far, you have nerded out with us far enough. Just a quick shout out to everyone who has been listening. Just want to say thank you. Always thank you. You will always hear me say it 100 times over, because you are what we do it. Outside of us just being in our boredom with the virus, we love doing this. We love the feedback. We appreciate everyone who's been talking to us. And as always, please reach out, talk to us, let us know how we doing. If we trash, say it. We'll happily care for about 10 seconds, and we'll say thank you. But thank you.
Now I'm gonna have some shit to say for like a good 5 minutes first. I'll get some validation for your bullshit.
Yeah, we might fact check you.
We're gonna talk about this.
We might fact check you, but yeah, we appreciate it.
You're gonna have to stop.
But again, thank y'all, and as always, keep it spicy. All right, peace.
You have just been served another episode of the Spicy Ramen Podcast. Thanks for listening in. Make sure to follow us on social media platforms of Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter and listen to more episodes on Podbean and Spotify. If you want more, follow us on YouTube. We can like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell too, so you can stay tuned to all of our latest episodes. Until again, keep it spicy.